Scotland the Brave. Being registered as blind at the age of 25 was devastating. I felt lots of emotions, from sad to lost to angry and many others in between. I didn't know how to cope with all my feelings and what my future was going to hold. With incredible support from my family, I slowly started to rebuild my life. I had to regain my confidence and independence. This took a long time to do, and I feel that the first walk I made with my newfound friend, guide dog Pixie, was me starting my life as a blind person, and I felt proud of myself for facing the world without sight. Little did I know that just over 2 years later, I'd be representing my country in the Glasgow 2014 Commonwealth Games. Becoming blind presented me with an opportunity of a lifetime. I started tandem cycling, which I quickly discovered I loved. I find the sense of freedom amazing. Being outdoors and feeling the wind in my hair was something I thought I'd never feel again. I started riding on the velodrome. This is where everything changed for me. A hobby turned into something much, much more. I was now an athlete, a very novice one, but still I was part of Team Scotland and taking part in a home games. Something many athletes never get to experience. I could not believe it. In July 2014, the team moved into the athletes' village. My address for the next few weeks was Scotland Street. There was a real buzz about and everyone was super friendly. The weather was lovely, and I'm sure all the other nations did not expect that. However, typical of our Scottish summertime, the rain is never far away and the waterproofs were needed. At last the day arrived for my pilot and I to race. It was going to be one of the biggest days of my life. After breakfast, we cycled a short distance to the Sir Chris Hoy velodrome. We went through security and we were treated like VIPs. When we walked into the track centre, I could not believe the noise. It was really loud. By now my nerves were really starting to kick in, but so was the adrenaline. It soon became time to get changed and get our skin suits on and warm up for our race. I can't begin to explain how proud I felt as my name was announced and I was climbing onto my tandem, ready to represent my country. As we were cycling round, building up speed, the roar from the crowd was getting louder and louder. It was amazing. As we sped to start our sprint, the noise could have raised the roof. We were going to race later that day against the Welsh tandem. This turned out to be a very exciting race, which we narrowly won by roughly half a tyre's width. It was a photo finish, a real crowd pleaser. My pilot and I lapped up the applause from the crowd, which included many of our friends and family. As we cycled round, celebrating and showing our appreciation for the fantastic support from the crowd, I felt on top of the world. These memories will always have a special place in my heart and bring a tear to my eye. Although my story is far from a fairy tale, it began with a sadness, but with the paths I chose to follow, I end this chapter as a much happier, confident and independent lady.
A story by Laura Cluxton. Thanks to my family and friends, Forth Valley Sensory Centre, Guide Dogs for the Blind, Scottish Cycling, Sport Scotland, Team Scotland and Fiona Duncan. Editing support by Sabina Hellman. Brought to you by Scottish Book Trust and Falkirk Community Trust, funded by the Scottish Government.